Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my creative time with Emma. And welcome to today. We're just kind of doing like a fall theme project. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off by showing you all the ink colors I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be doing some watercoloring, which I haven't done in a little bit. So I'm using, these are all the Tim Holtz Distress inks, and it's Spice Marmalade, Gathered Twigs, Vintage Photo, and Weathered Wood. I'm going to be watercoloring a cutie patootie little owl with that, with those colors. And then I'm going to be using my favorite in the whole wide world, the Archival. This is the Ranger Archival ink. I'm using Fern Green, Cornflower Blue, Orange Blossom, and Coffee. Okay. Oh, you know what? And I'm also using, I have this, there's a layer that goes underneath it. These are called the Just Tags, okay? So let me go ahead and scooch everything over. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, you know, actually, let's go ahead and color in our little owl first, okay? So let's go ahead and do this right now. What I did was I just went ahead and just put on here, I just, you know, turn the inks upside down and put them on here to be easier for me to watercolor. And I'm just using this little water brush right here. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and just color this. So it's not going to be perfect. I haven't done this in a really long time. So I'm going to try my best here to make it not mess up too much on camera here. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to just, for those of you who don't follow my blog, I actually took last week off. It was such, with the release last week, I have to say, was probably the busiest release, not only because you all kind of, everything, that whole release that we just did was pretty amazing. It seems like everybody loved it just as much as we did. So with that said, we were busy already, but then all of a sudden this big old cyber attack had to happen. I guess it affected a lot of bigger companies, which PayPal was one of them, which, oh my goodness, that was such a stressful mess because I couldn't even get on to PayPal for like 3 hours. I called them, they weren't telling me anything, and I was getting kind of frustrated. I had to find it on Facebook, what was going on, and I called them back, and it's like, and they said, we're apologized, we should be up and running soon. Well, that soon was like 3 to 4 hours later when I finally was able to get on to my account. So unfortunately, I had about 65 plus orders that came in and placed their orders, and they didn't even go through. That was the worst part about it. So I was kind of like cross-referencing to see, I had to go individually to each one to see who placed their order and if they were charged for it. So luckily nobody was. I mean, it would have been worked out better if they would have gotten charged for it, so we didn't have to worry about it. But nobody did. So I had to individually go in there and kind of let everybody know who thought they had their order in, but it really wasn't. They had to go place it again. And unfortunately, since that happened, the people who did make it on time, unfortunately, by the time they went back in to place their order again, we had sold out of everything. So I apologize for that, my friends. It's like releases are kind of hit and miss. You don't know what's going to be good. You don't know what's going to be bad. So I don't know. That's the only part that's a little frustrating sometimes, because I'm not sure what you guys are going to love, and I'm not sure what you guys are going to dislike. I don't want to say hate, but dislike. So we sold out. So unfortunately, those poor people who Oopsie, I'm almost at the wrong color here. So the poor people who actually did come in and order on time, unfortunately, a lot of them had sold out by the time they had to go back in there and place their order again. So I should have everything back in stock by the end of this week. And then as soon as we get them, we do have to kind of package them up because they weren't packaged up. So we have to package them up, and then as soon as we get them in our hands, we will get them out to you ASAP. So I should be getting them by Friday, so we'll probably have to work hard that whole day to get everything packed up, and then everything will go out. Oh, what am I doing? I'm using the wrong color here. Everything will go out on the weekend, okay? So I just wanted to give you a little heads up and an update on that. So last week, that's why I couldn't even deal anymore, because it was such a stressful release. I just took the week off because I'm like, you know what, I need to regroup. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get back together again. I had to, and all of that kind of put me behind, you know. So I had to kind of play catch up last week. Trust me, I didn't just take it off just to do nothing. So what I'm doing here is I'm throwing in some blue. It's that weathered wood, I believe it's called, just so it won't be so white, you know. That's what I'm doing on the little eyeballs here, to kind of give it just a little bit of color. There we go. I think we're just going to go ahead and just leave. Well, actually this eye looks a little bit darker than this one, so let's go ahead and just put this in just a little bit more. Okay, so I think we're just going to go ahead and leave him as is like that. I'm going to put him aside here to dry. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our tag really quick here. So I'm going to put this here. Let me put this to make sure you could see it. Oops, let me go ahead and just zoom out just a tad there. So anyways, so that's basically what happened. So that's why I wasn't around last week, because I just had to play catch up and just make sure everybody was taken care of. I had to double check and triple check the orders, make sure nobody was left out. So that's why I didn't do anything on my blog last week. So I figured I missed my craft room, so it definitely feels really good to be back. I was trying to do a video yesterday, but being that I didn't do any videos last week, I didn't realize I had left my camera on. So of course, when I went to go do a video for yesterday's card, my camera died. It was dead. So I'm like, man, so I had to charge that up again. So let me go. This is probably taking forever. This is probably going to be a long video, so I apologize for that. So I just got through using Orange Blossom to stamp those little leaves on there. And then we're going to use this pretty cornflower blue. I love this one right here. Alright, let me put this little thing on my block here. I'm just going to go ahead and just, oops, oh, that just totally just fell off my little block. I'm using a really, I need new blocks. I'm using the block that just has a whole bunch of just junk. There we go. One of those blocks that just, they're all dirty on my block. I really need to order new blocks here. Okay, so let's try this again. Uh-oh, you know what I got? You know, I'm just going to act like I don't even see that, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and just stamp that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp another one. So I'm just basically just kind of building a little background here. That right there. And then I'm going to use this other color here called Fern Green. And then we're just going to go ahead and just stamp the last leaves right here. So I'm not sure if I even showed you, but the set I am using here today is called Gobble Gobble. Okay, I'll show it to you as soon as I'm done. And all of these stamps and the die that I'm going to use, except for this tag die, that's the only thing that's not in this set, but everything else is in this set. Okay. Alright, so I think that should do. So what I'm going to do is now is I am going to go ahead and use the die that comes with this. So this is the set that I'm using right here. It's a big set here. Let me just kind of zoom out so you can see it's called Gobble Gobble. And it comes with all of the images have coordinating dies. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the little, did I take it out already? Oh, I did already. The little owl die here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put it on top of here, like so, and put some little, let's see, some little post-it tape on the top. So we could go ahead and cut it out through my vagabond, which is behind me. So I'm going to go ahead and just line this up like so. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, I already attached the bottom layer to it. I just used some little chocolate brown paper, and then I went ahead and I cut out my cutie patootie little owl. I went ahead and I also just added the little pop dots. Now most people probably would only usually put one behind here, but I am a stickler when it comes to that. I don't care if I need to use a whole bunch, because I just want to make sure when I give this to someone it does not come off. I just want to make sure that that is on there like forever. Okay, so that is that. So I actually had this little string here on my desk, so I thought this would be perfect to go ahead. I was going to use this for something else yesterday, but it didn't work out because I completely changed my mind on what I was making. So we're just going to go ahead and just add it to this tag like so. I was going to add a sentiment, but you know what? I'm not. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it alone, call it a day. But I do want to add some glossy accents, maybe to the little nose. And let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on the actual, on the little eyeballs. I'm not sure just yet. So, I'm trying to find my glossy accents here. Hold on one quick second. Find it. Okay. Maybe I can't find it right now. But what we're going to do, what I'm going to do is when I do just find it, we're going to put glossy accents on the little nose, okay? But in the meantime, I'm going to add a little sequins to this. Just a couple, maybe one there. And then we'll put one right there. Just to add just a little bit of bling. And that's it, everyone. I'll go ahead and adhere those down off camera because this video took forever already. So that is it for my tag today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit my blog at www.creativetimeforme.com to see what I believe Miss Lucia is on the blog with me today to see her awesome fall card for today. Okay, everyone? So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks again for making my last release a very successful one. And again, thanks for loving it just as much as we did. And I hope a lot of you already have it in your hot little hands and you're having fun creating with it. Okay, everyone? So thank you for stopping by. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.